Hey everybody, Kayla Lindsay here with eXp Realty out of Charlotte, North Carolina. I was realizing, of course, that it's the beginning of the year and I have all these goals and ambitions. And it reminded me of where I was 3 years ago when I started in this industry. And what I wanted to let you know is where to start and where it'll take you. And the biggest things that you need to focus on are one, figure out your favorite way of lead generating, and two, get your mindset right. Okay, so we're going to start with number one. So number one is going to be making sure that you are lead generating. Now, I think you've heard that in every form possible: lead gen, cold call, talk to your friends, do emails, pay for advertising. The list goes on and on and on. What it comes down to is, what are you doing every single day? So I've got caught up, and I've done it before. My first year of real estate, I did it as well, where I want to do all of the things. I'm sure you've been there too. You want to do all of the possible lead generation activities. Why? Because so-and-so said door knocking is awesome. And then another top agent said they cold call. And then another top agent said that they touch their sphere. And then another top agent said they pay for advertising. Now, what you don't realize is that if you focus at the same time when you're first starting out on all of those activities, you're not going to master any of them, okay? You're going to get really overwhelmed. Now, I'm not saying not to do all of them. I think they're all fantastic. However, when you're first starting out, pick one and get really, really good at it, okay? So for me, I went through being overwhelmed, and then I dialed it back and I said, what am I really good at? And it was cold calling, okay? So that's when I started cold calling. So that's when I started cold calling my sphere? No, I didn't. I was scared of my sphere. So I started cold calling all of the expired listings in the area. I didn't even touch for sale by owners. Like, I super honed in, and I actually built my business on expired listings. Now, for you, if you would prefer to talk to your friends and family and have conversations with them, that's phenomenal. But do not assume that they know you're in real estate. Do not assume they know you are a full-time agent that takes this very seriously, okay? You need to speak with them on a scheduled basis is what I would consider. You need to be making those phone calls, sending those emails, reaching out via text, making social media posts daily. Okay, daily is where you get the successes. Now, once you master one of them, continue to cultivate that and work that and add in the next piece, the next layer that gets you to the next level. All right, so perhaps it's like for me, it was adding in for sale by owners. Then from there, it was finally reaching out to my friends and family on a scheduled basis. Now, as you're doing this, you're also going to be filling your database. Now, again, that's something you need to start from the beginning. Don't get overwhelmed by it. But every person you talk to at the end of the day, or sometimes what I would do, the beginning of the following day, because let's face it, sometimes we work till 7 or 8 o'clock at night. The next morning, first things first, put those people in the database, okay? And the database is where you're going to consistently touch them with emails, with social media touches, etc., okay? And that is where you can start setting up alerts for yourself when you talk to that person who wasn't ready but might be in about a year and a half. If you intend on being in this business 1, 2, 3, 10 years from now, you might as well take their information. You might as well follow up with them. I'm got a few calls today with some people who I met a year ago. It was a year ago while I was door knocking for an open house that I had in the neighborhood. And they actually invited me in to take a look at their home because they were going to be selling in about a year. Well, guess what? We're coming up on that time, and now it's time for me to be reaching back out to them. So if I have to tell you anything when it comes to getting started, pick a lead gen source, then slowly add on additional sources. But get really good at it so you don't get overwhelmed and then just stop doing it altogether, okay? Now, number two, mindset, okay? We're at the beginning of the year. Everybody's always hyped at the beginning of the year of what's to come, okay? So know your goals, know how you're going to achieve them. Now, here's the little piece in there. This is where you want to be, and this is the crap that happens all around it, okay? Your dog's going to get sick. You're going to have to go on a trip. You aren't going to get any listing agreements signed for 2 weeks. You're not going to go on an appointment for a week. These things happen. Okay? They happen. They happen to all of us. I don't care who you are. You could be the guru of real estate. Bad weeks, bad days happen. It's what you do with those bad days, okay? Don't allow that bad day to be the epitome of what you picture your real estate career as. Instead, take it with a grain of salt, learn from it, and move forward, okay? Because you're going to get knocked off kilter and you're going to have to bounce back. Anybody could tell you that I've been knocked off kilter several times and I'm still going. And the reason for that, I know that the sum of my business and of my life is not my worst day. Okay? My worst day is the thing that you work through, you get through, you learn from, and then you move forward. And I cannot tell you that I've gotten my best lessons in life from my worst days, weeks, and months. And I think you could probably attest to that as well. So make sure that when you are in the ick, when you're in the crap that's happening, and my coach has told me this plenty of times, he's like, Kayla, be the eye of the storm. And you're in a hurricane, all of this is happening around you. You can't stop it, it's life, okay? It's going to happen. Be the eye of the storm. Be the calm. Understand what's going on around you, but don't get sucked into it. Because once you get sucked into it, it's harder for you to solve the problem. I'm not saying ignore it. Don't put it under the rug. Just know that it's going to happen and be able to keep your schedule, keep your mindset positive, and solve them from the eye of the storm. I hope this helps somebody. I'm going to be a little bit more regular with my videos the next couple of months. Hoping to post at least once a week with either some good tips or some prospecting. Make some comments in the bottom. Let me know what are things that are irking you about your business. What do you need help with? Where do you want to go? What do you want to achieve? I'd love to hear it and I'd love to help. So Kayla Lindsay, eXp Realty here in Charlotte, North Carolina. If you want to reach out, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and 704-559-9169. Thanks, guys.